punks and retro nerds, welcome back to another episode of Neon Trash. We are going to continue our dive into Black History Month, and it is my pick this evening, and I have picked one of my favorite Spike Lee joints, that is Bamboozled. I first saw this film a year or two after it was released, and it absolutely just blew my mind. It cracked my skull wide open. Like, the subject matter that is dealt with in this movie, like, it just, I mean, Spike Lee clubs you over the head with just, I mean, the most overt, like, racist things like I had seen to this point. Like, you know, I'd never really seen anything like blackface, and as you can tell by the cover, you're getting blackface in this movie, folks, you know, and he just, this is just no holds barred, he pulls no punches, and at the end of it, I was just absolutely blown away.
Amen, and I am a huge Spike Lee fan. Strangely enough, this is one of his films that I've actually never seen before, so tonight I am bursting my cherry on this flick. I am familiar with it, and I've read a lot about this movie, so I am very much looking forward to taking a dive into this film. Oh, yes. Spike Lee's an amazing director. Oh, yes. We're going to be kicking off the trailer. Peep that shit, motherfuckers. We'll be right back, guys.
Huxtables, Cosby, a genius, revolutionary, but we can't go down that road again.
The network does not want to see Negroes on television unless they are buffoons.
Have you ever thought about just quitting?
I have a contract. The only way I get out of that is if I get fired, and that is what I intend to do. I know you're familiar with minstrel shows, variety shows, like in Living Color.
Right. That was dope.
Mantan, the new Millennium Minstrel Show.
We're gonna need a little more money for this.
This could be bigger than Friends, Ally McBeal, even my boys Amos and Andy.
Damn.
You're putting white actors in blackface?
We're using black actors with blacker faces.
This fall.
Right on, man.
Yeah, great show.
You won't believe what's coming to your television.
Sleep and Eat and Mantan are lazy and unemployed.
Do your stuff.
But we are certainly not saying anything about the entire African-American community.
What's sweeping the nation. And what's coloring the way you see the world.
Yo, we can't let this injustice go by, man. Not this time, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
You notice that everybody white want to be black.
I'm out. I'm raising up.
They all act like sound left.
When are you gonna come into the light?
The light.
The light.
Your hands are just as bloody as mine.
Cousins, I want you all to go to your windows. We talking about revolution. Go to your windows and yell out, I am not gonna take it anymore!
I don't want anything to do with anything black for at least a week.
I can see why this movie has stuck in my brain for the past 20 years. Like, I don't think I have seen it since I was kicking it with the old student anti-racist action crew from Kent State back in the day. They were the ones that showed this to me. All the overt racism is even so much more over the top today. Like, wow. But I mean, the message is still the same. It seems like, especially over the last like 10 years, we've taken so many steps backward. You know, in a way, like, whew, man, I don't know what else to say besides, like, and we need, like, white America needs to watch this movie, you know, and I don't know, if you feel guilty, like, if you feel, you know, uncomfortable, that's the whole point.
It felt like, it was like Spike Lee by way of Terry Gilliam. Almost, in a way, because
I can see that.
This is Spike Lee at his most unbridled and unhinged in terms of taking a core message that has always been in Spike's work, but here I feel like he can like go full tilt with it. It's filmed in gritty digital format, and it's not filtered through any I don't know, it doesn't feel very sharp. It feels very early 2000s, and I really appreciated that. Actually, as we were watching the movie, I was kind of sent back to that era of kind of like, you know, ragtag filmmaking. You don't really see today. Everything in Hollywood is very squeaky clean, super high def, real sharp. Damon Wayans fucking knocks it out of the park with one weird motherfucking character, if I've ever seen one.
I can almost, I can see him playing this type of character in like an In Living Color skit. Like,
yeah,
he's got the chops to pull this kind of thing off. And like,
yes.
First you're like, it's a bit jarring.
Yeah,
you
you're
settle
like,
into it so fast.
You
You
do.
know, like he really owns it so well. You're like, oh, okay.
The movie has like this weird kind of surreal, swirling quality to it. But the one thing that we haven't really touched on yet with this discussion is, at its core, this movie is about, you know, minstrel shows and blackface, and it's making a commentary about it, and it's, to be blunt, guys, it's fucking sickening. By the end of the movie, I mean, I felt like I had ingested like too much candy or too much, you know, something, and I just didn't feel right by the end of it, you know, and maybe that's the point. Maybe Spike Lee just rams it up your ass.
Yes,
so much.
like if you didn't realize how fucked up all that shit was, like that last like 3 to 5 minutes of the movie is just all those scenes of like classic movies and cartoons that were like people in blackface, white people in blackface, black people in blackface, like racist characters in cartoons, and just like shows you like this shit is fucked up to fucking represent an entire race of people as nothing but like entertainment and, you know, slack-jawed yokels and idiots and just like less than human. Like, this shit was fucked up.
I feel like in like the post, you know, Donald Trump America, there's like this mentality with maybe, you know, certain people that, you know, followed him as president, you know, that they feel like if they just say something isn't racist, or if they've got a black friend, or they themselves are a minority, and they claim that, oh, I can't possibly be racist because ... that makes them not racist. And I feel like that's, you know, a message here in this movie is that anyone can be racist, and anyone can be heartless and obtuse about things that are appropriate and not appropriate. And it's something that still happens today, 2022. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of people that think they aren't insensitive. They think that, you know, they don't walk that razor's edge. And, you know, I sit back, you know, aghast at how fucking stupid they are.
I've been just jazzed. I've had this pick, you know, I wanted to pick this last year, you know, for Black History Month. You know, thanks COVID kind of derailed things. So I've just been simmering this. Like, I knew this was going to be a heck of a piece. And I'm glad I could bring this over here. We can finally get to watch this.
I'm glad you brought it over too, John.
And yeah, I think, I mean, all right, when it comes down to a star count for this, I mean, I don't... Like, what can I like knock this for? Like, it doesn't. I mean, it runs long, but it's not obtuse. You know, it doesn't wear out its welcome.
Right.
You know, and you know, I mean, Spike Lee and his vision cinematography is fantastic. The music in this is fantastic.
Yes.
The actors are fantastic. You know, and the overall message is just so powerful. You know, this is 10 stars. This is a must-watch.
Oh, fuck. I hope, okay, with that being said, I hope I don't feel, or you don't feel like I'm lowballing it. I was thinking about the star count with this movie as we're watching it. I've seen a lot of Spike Lee films, you know.
Probably more than me. I mean, I'll give you that.
And I find them all to be interesting. I feel like that's the one thing I could say about director Spike Lee is he's always got a message to say, and he knows how he wants to say it, and he doesn't give a fuck necessarily what the critics think, but he's got a vision and he wants to make it apparent. Do I think it's his best work? I don't know. Like, I don't think so, because I feel like I've gleaned maybe some of the messages in this movie, in his other work,
That's fair.
in a better way, maybe because I feel like the subject matter might have been a little more palatable, to me at least, in those films. With this one here, though, it's a distinct thing. Like, he's making not only a social commentary about America and Black America and white America, but he's also talking about the historical side to America and the whole thing about minstrel shows, which is a very it's an awkward subject matter, to say the least. So if I was giving a star count, I'm gonna go 8.5, almost a 9 out of 10. And I mean, that there's room to grow with that. Like, maybe if I watched it again, maybe certain elements to it would strike me in a certain way, you know?
I mean, this is my second view through of it.
Yeah, you know?
I mean, this also hit me, like I said, when I first saw this, you know, in my early 20s, you know, that's a very, you know, formative time. You know, I'm in college, I'm on my own for the first time, you know, I see something like this, and, you know, it floored me. Definitely got to recommend the Criterion release. There's a ton of extras on here, including a making-of documentary that I can't wait to get into.
Yes.
And, yeah, this is just... I don't know. What am I going to bring for next year?
I don't know.
Like, oh God. I've emptied both barrels with this one.
Boom!
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
This is an incredible flick.